Okay, hello everyone. So first off, let me know if you are experiencing some weird audio on this video. I think I changed around some settings and hopefully I fixed the problem, but occasionally there are sound problems when I record on my Ubuntu machine, but only for specific platforms. Like sometimes I'll record a YouTube video, I'll post it onto YouTube, and then I will watch the video and on my desktop and everything will be fine. But then I'll go onto my iPad and then I'll hear this like weird clicking, almost like a battle zone is going on in my video. So let me know if you guys are experiencing anything strange. So that's first off. Second off is I purchased and here NVIDIA. It's a Jetson Orin Nano. And unfortunately, I do not have the actual accessories for it. So I need to have a display cable so that I am able to go into the Jetson and configure the settings of the operating system. I was hoping to be able to go in and do that from the actual SSH just using my MacBook, but that is not able to be done because I haven't set up the operating system. So it's something that I need the cable for before it can actually operate on the Jetson. The second thing is I also need like a micro SD card. So there's two things I don't have for my Jetson, so I decided, okay, fine. While I am trying to figure out how to get those items, I still want to move forward. I still want to practice a lot of the skills, which are for particular doing agentic AI operations. So I decided that I am going to attempt to work with things here on my local device, and we will see if we're able to kind of extract some interesting information from it. Okay, so I have a couple things. I'll go through one by one. So I have Ollama running here. So if I do clear and then Ollama and then help, we can see all of the options. Llama, and we're going to be doing this list, which is right there. So this lists the different models which I have, and right now I only have this Quinn. And the reason that I'm doing this Quinn is because it is a very small model. It's only like 500 million parameters. So because my computer is really old, I decided that I'm going to use this small one. That's why I was hoping to be able to get the NVIDIA one and be able to have a more full experience. But for right now, let's just learn using the Quinn. So the way that we start up this model is we can do Ollama run and then the name of the thing which we want. So Quinn 2.5 and then 0.5b, like this. Okay, so we're gonna run it. It will start up and I can show you like, hello, are you there? Right? I do this and then it will respond. So yes, I am Quinn. Gwen Kite. An artificial intelligence language model designed to assist with various tasks, from simple questions to complex problem solving. Period. How can I help you today? Question mark? Yes. And then we're done. Okay. And then we can ask a follow-up question. And so now the model is running. Okay, great, awesome. Now what I want to do is I have a little Python script here. Okay, so this one was generated by AI. Okay, I mean AI like right here. And what I want to do is get a working model, which we can kind of see that it is working right here. But let me clear this out so we have a fresh thing. Okay, so what I want to do is I would just want to run this example. So, oops. Okay, so we're just gonna run it. Okay. So now what's going to happen is we're going to be communicating with this Quen, and we are going to be trying to chat and sending these two messages here. Okay, so what are those messages? This message is a, kind of wish that it would do wraparound. I need to change settings on things. Anyways, so what I'm doing is with low memory and high, yeah, okay, so what I'm doing is I am providing a tool, and this tool is called getRAMUsage, okay? And it returns this string here. And now, obviously this is a static thing that doesn't really like, the point of what I'm trying to do right now is kind of understand the concepts of how we're able to interact with an AI model. And then based off of that, we can start building complexity. So I have this RAM info, which just returns this string, right? And I create this list, which is like a JSON object, and each one has like a role, okay, and content. So the system roles, those are going to be defining how the system should be operating, right? And then role is user, so this is what the user is saying. So now, like for example, when I come here and I try to send a command to, this one's Copilot, right? Yeah. So when I try to send a command to Copilot, there's actually a mediator, which is Microsoft, right? So I send it to Microsoft, and then Microsoft sends it to the actual like mathematical model. And then in here, so there's three entities. There's me, there's Microsoft, and then there's the actual LLM. And so here, there's a lot of processing that goes on behind the scenes. And what I'm trying to do is really understand how this processing works. And this is actually kind of what the processing is going to be looking like. Okay, and so the idea is start with something very simple and then continue to build, and understand more and more of the concepts behind it. So that's what I'm trying to do right here. So okay, we have this response is equal to Ollama chat, okay, and we imported Ollama. We're setting the model, and we are passing in this parameter as messages, right? Okay, and then we are printing out here response, message, and content, right? And so what I did was I have this RAM info, which will say that my total is 100 gigabytes, and I used 10 gigabytes, all right? And now I have my system prompt, and then I have my user prompt here. And so this is kind of what the user is inputting. So the user's computer has the following stats here, explain the computer's health. So I was able to successfully pass that kind of in, and it gave me a prompt that said, or a response that says, the computer is underutilized with low memory usage and a high availability memory capacity. Okay, so what did this prove? It proved that we were able to create these messages here, right? It proved that we were able to inject like this system here, this user prompt, and based off of that, it was able to respond appropriately. So let's try to play around with this a little bit more. Let's first off, let's try to see if we can change it to be something which is a little bit more dynamic. So what am I going to want to do? I want to say while true, right? Oops, come on. While true, what am I going to do? I'm going to try to get input from the user. So user input is going to be equal to, how do we do this in Python? It's like input, read a string from, I don't normally do user input in Python. Hold on a second. I guess I'll just have this one as kind of like my general questions. What is the way to get user input in Python? Okay, come on. So while that's doing that, I'm just going to assume that we have that. So user input, and now I want to kind of inject this into the role, right? So how am I going to do that? Oh. Okay, so I want to have something that I'm able to like put this user input here for content. Okay. So messages, and now this is a list of what, dictionaries. Okay. Are dictionaries like immutable? I'm not sure. Are they indexable? So how do you... A dictionary is a key value, right? So key value, but I have two dictionaries in here, so I should be able to index it at the like 1th, right? So now I have a dictionary here, and now I want the key, which is content, right? Content, and I want to set that equal to user input. Okay. I don't know if this is actually going to work. Let's, okay. Oh, it's just, okay, fine. User prompt. Okay. Kind of like that. Here we go. So now I am going to put this in as a message. And the next thing I am going to do is try to send that to the model, right? Response is equal to ollama.chat. Just looking down here. Model is equal to, I'm just going to copy and paste all this so that I don't make a mistake right there. Okay. And then print response. And now, okay, so I guess when we're doing this, we do need to string it like that. Okay, fine. Print response like this. And we want, apparently it's going to respond back with a dictionary. So message and then content. So, okay, based off of this, what are some clues which we can get? So I know that message, or that response, that the output of this Ollama chat, like, method which I pass in this Quinn, which is running here on my local computer, and I pass in a list of messages, okay? And I know that it's going to respond back with response. Okay, I'm actually just going to delete this right now because we've copied it up here. Okay. And response is going to have a dictionary. And within that dictionary, I am looking for the key of message, and message is going to be a dictionary as well, and that is going to have content, and I go to the content, that's the key, and print that content, which is going to be a string. And then we're going to come back up here and get it. I don't know if this is going to work. Let's just run it and kind of see what happens. I also want to print a new line. So print, and then in Python, can I just go like new line? Or does, I think print actually does do a new line anyways, but I want to do another one. So, okay, let's run this. See if we get an error. So, hello, can you hear me? Let's just see, are we able to get it? Okay, it didn't crash yet. And remember that the model is really slow. So that's why it's taking a long time, because we need to wait for everything to come back. So it might have crashed, it might have not crashed. We don't know yet. Yes, I can hear you. How may I assist? Oh my goodness. We got it. We got this. Okay. So what does this mean? This means that I want to be able to make this a little bit more complicated. I'm gonna say, let's just say, what is your name? Let's just verify things, right? Did I press it? Okay, there we go. Okay, so what I want to do now is I actually want to, while it's thinking, I am going to come in here. I am going to, we have this like example 1, which is what we're working on. I have example 2, but that's not actually Charles Babbage. Okay. Anyways, I am going to create this, and I'm going to call this example 2. Okay, hold on a second. I'm gonna actually rename this one. This one also I got from like ChatGPT. I'm just gonna call it example investigate. Okay. Anyways, I'm just trying to say, like, I don't want to deal with this one right now. I want to come in here, and from here I want to add a new one, and this one is going to be example 2. Example2.py. And quite honestly, I should have like not done this one, because I want to kind of build. So maybe what I'm going to do actually is like copy and paste this. So copy this. And by the way, if you're saying like, wait, this is what version tracking is for, I understand, but I kind of want something that has all of those different files, and you're able to ding 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 ding, or maybe we just do with version track. I don't know. I'm just thinking about things. Oh, and we have no way to quit, so we need a way to quit. Anyways, that's how we quit. So do I want to return this back to kind of like the simple one? I think I do. There we go. Okay. So now I want to add all of this, right? Get status, make sure everything is good. Okay. Get commit. Although it's still adding all of my virtual environment things. Even though I did the get ignore that is supposedly protecting it, I'm not going to worry about that right now. Hopefully that's not something which is sensitive. I don't know. Anyways, I'm not going to be worrying about that because I'm trying to do this. Get commit minus m. It should have ignored it here. Anyways. Okay, commit, and what is going to be the message which I want to send? It is going to be, it's kind of annoying me that it's doing this. That's really annoying me that it's doing this. I don't want to go down rabbit holes. I kind of want to be focused. Okay. I did get add here. I have a dot get. Oh, I'm an idiot. Okay, hold up. Get ignore. Okay. But then I didn't realize that, but then I checked. Okay. Like, what is the opposite of get add? Okay, that'll be easier. What is the opposite command to undo a get add in Git? Okay. And then we're going to just remove this, get rid of this. Okay. Get reset. Okay. We're back? Thought I deleted everything. Get reset. Undo a get add before committing. Okay. Removes the added files from the staging area. Yeah, that's what I want. Okay, cool. Get status. Okay. Okay, so untracked files, this get ignore. Okay. Get add here. Get status. Good, there we go. Okay. I thought I was going crazy. I was like, wait, what? Why? Okay. Get commit minus m and then added second example, which builds off of the first. And I haven't quite like put my mind to it. Do I want to just do like slowly building, or like okay. All right, so there we go. Clear. Okay, so we have this example number 1, which is the very simple one, example number 2, and now let's create a third one. Okay, so example number 3.py. All right, so now we're going to take this, copy all of this, and paste it here. Okay, so I just want like the physical files to be able to be like bing, bing, bing. That way I don't have to be like, oh, what is the change and all of that. Anyways. Okay, so response here. Message content. All right, so now what I want to do is I want to say, let's just add a way to quit. If user input is equal to, oops, I see Copilot has awoken. I'm going to snooze you again. All right, is equal to, and then Q. Or user input is equal to quit, return. Okay. What? Oh, okay, right, cause I'm, anyways, okay. Def main, and then I forget the one. It's like it. What is it? Name. It's something like this. Like if name. Is this a function? I can't remember. Is equal to main. Main, something like this. I can't remember if I need to. Let's see if this runs. If it runs, we know that that's the correct way to do it. Okay, so Python 3 example 3.py. Okay, so no, it was not. Whatever. Okay. There we go. Q. Awesome. Okay, cool. So now what do we want to do? I want to be able to have it try, I want it to actually like use a tool. So I want to say something about like I want to say like you have this tool available to you. It does this. If the user asks for a tool, or like if the user asks for something which you think requires a tool, you need to make that determination. You need to then ask me, meaning Python, my control or my agent here. I'm going to call this the agent, right? Meaning the agent. You need to come and ask me for that, right? So how am I going to do this? I know that I can come in here and I'll get the response, and the response should be, maybe I can get the content and try to parse the model from there. Okay, I think that this is where we go to here. So copy here, and now I'm going to explain. So this is what I have done so far. I am attempting to learn about agentic models. I am on my Ubuntu desktop and have Gwen running. I now have a Python script which is like this. Okay, I want to now give it the ability to do what? I want to give the LLM the ability to ask for a tool if it decides that it needs it. So in this example, it would be that if the user asks a question about their system's memory usage, then the LLM should respond in some way which will allow my Python agent to run the tool and give the LLM back the response. Okay. Can we go over the concepts? And how you would suggest I go about this. All right, so I can this over. Is it gonna collapse? Okay, no. Then move this over. This. Okay. So the core concept, calling a diagnostic protocol. An agentic model isn't magic, it's just an LLM following structure patterns. So LLM requests tools, Python agent runs tools. Okay, the LLM never actually runs code. It asks for it in a predictable format. Awesome. And now my Python agent is going to need to interpret that. So this is the same pattern used by, OpenAI, function calling, Anthropic tools, LangChain, which is an agent that I really want to get into, but in the future. Right now, what I'm trying to do is I am trying to build the agent myself. So from the very basics, and that way I can understand exactly what's going on and how it's working, and then later I can use those more advanced tools like LangChain. So hold on, I need to. All right, so what you need to add to your script. Right now you have a script, sends prompts, Yeah. So a conversation for how the LLM asks for a tool. Okay, so it's going to be an adjacent. So it's going to give me back a JSON or a simpler pattern. Okay, so it could be one of those two. Interesting. Or a JSON block. So it could be one of three. You choose the oh, okay. The LLM will follow whichever you describe. Okay, so let's ask some follow-up questions, because I have plenty. So how do I tell the model how to respond, and what does that actually do to the model? Because the model is only a mathematical equation. So there are no settings which I would tune, right? That's follow-up question number 1. Okay. A system prompt that teaches the LLM to request tools. Okay, so this is what we need to do for like, okay, so we're gonna have something here. So instead of this one, I am going to, first let me just delete it actually. That way we can write it ourselves. So I'm gonna come here and I'm gonna say awesome. So we're gonna have you here, and this is a dictionary. It's first going to be role, which is going to be system, right? Okay. And now content is going to be equal to this prompt. And let's write it out by hand. That way we can kind of put it into our brain. Okay. Come here and say, you are an agent that can request. Okay, so this is kind of interesting. A lot of times when I'm doing like a prompt and I want to put the agent or the, sorry, not agent, like I'll just call, what should I call this? Like the browser AI. Yeah, I'm just gonna call these kinds of things like Gemini, ChatGPT, and Copilot. I'm gonna call these browser AIs. So when I want the browser AI to play a specific role with me, so for example, when I wanted it to take on a fantasy game, and I wanted to explore engineering concepts in regards to a fantasy game, I gave it something very similar. I said, you are the game master of this fantasy realm, right? Like informing them of their role that they are to play. Other times, I will prompt the AI model to say, you are a senior software engineer, or you are a senior architect, or something like this, when I'm trying to put the agent or the web AI into a specific mode such that when I ask my question, it responds correctly. And now we're doing the exact same thing here, which is very interesting. Okay, this one is water right here. Just when you do a lot of talking, it's like I always have to have something to drink. Okay, you're an agent that can request tools when needed. Okay. Okay, how do we do multi-line stuff in Python? Awesome. Should work. Really? Doesn't work? Okay, what is... We're going to go to the troubleshooting one, and I'm going to say this question is number 1. How do I do the multi line prompts for content in Python? Okay. Question number 2 is going to be about this one. Let's just fix this. I think it is that I just need something there, but why does this not work? Okay. So we're going to do this. We'll find out what's going on here so I can actually just delete that. It's fine. We'll fix this. Let's just fix this one first because it's easier. Is it the... It was something different. Okay. Main. Awesome. There we go. So now how to write multis... okay, we need 3 things. Triple quoted strings. You have 3 main ways. Okay, fine. Concatenated strings. Okay. Like, is that a tuple? No, it's not really a tuple, but whatever. Yeah, okay. Let's do the 3 string method. Like this. Okay. So now we come back to here and say this. If you need system RAM information, respond only, yes, in caps, with a JSON object. Okay, so maybe that's actually how we do the setting. We just tell it object. And then we just tell it the format. Okay, awesome. Like this. I did not do like F. Hold on, that might cause an error. Do we need like escape keys? Okay. So far, I think we're okay. This is getting suspicious with all of these like quotes. Okay. So tool, we're going to respond with tool, and then get RAM usage, like this, okay. And arguments. Like this, okay. Arguments like this here. And now say do not answer the user until after the tool result is provided. Okay. So now should we even just delete this one? Like what would be the use of having multiple ones here, right? Well, I change it. So okay, let's delete this because I don't think it's supposed to be there anymore. Okay, content is just equal to empty. Okay, and then we set it right there. Okay. So now what I should do is I need to check the response here. And see if it's like a JSON. So maybe I can say something like, 什么情况? What's going on? Ben Python 3, what did I even run? Oh, I'm just in Python. Okay. Quit. Exit. Exit. Okay, good. Okay. So what I want to do, I put this here, I get this here, and then I want to say if response here, and I don't know exact, I'm going to guess that we just do it here, content, right? And that's going to be another follow-up question. What? Actually, we might be able to just check that out ourselves. We might be able to... Interesting. Okay, I actually like that a lot better. I just want to print response. So print f debugging response is going to be equal to just response. Yeah, I just want to see what it looks like, because I don't even want to ask the question when I can just find it out myself. Okay. If response content is equal to so I need a way to be able to grab the first, because this is just going to be a string, but I know that it's going to have this in its like first thing. So I need to come here, parse it. Okay. LLMs are extremely good at following this pattern. All right, so let's see how it actually tells me that I should do it. Okay. So now, .chat content is equal to this. Okay, and then I pass this into a helper function. Okay, fine. And then we parse it. Okay, so it doesn't actually show me how to do this. I need to understand, or I need to figure out how to do that. Okay, let's write that helper function first. So look def looks like tool call content. Okay. And I was right that we are doing this message and content here. So if looks like tool called on this response message here, like that, okay. We do this and we'll pass for now. Okay, so looks like tool call. Or should we actually go in and look at this one first? And then this will need to be an else. Okay. Like this. Okay. So now I want to come in here and I want to do this, and then I want it to come back up here, and I'll need to skip this second step here. Okay. All right. Let's just look at this. So parse tool. Then we need another one called parse tool, which should take a string and move it into JSON. Okay. All right. I feel like this is something that I feel like I should have a much better handle on than I do. And these are kind of like those very much string manipulation leak code, which indicates that I'm not as good at those things, I'm not as good as those specific things than I would hope to be right now. So that's a mental note that I need to make. But anyways, right now we're trying to learn this. So tool, I'm just gonna use I like camel case. Tool name args is equal to parse tool call on this content. Okay. Content, which we'll just define content. Fine. Okay. Once again, like this. Okay. So now we have these tools and arguments and run tool. Okay. Right, that's just going to be up here. That's going to be this one, like get RAM usage. Okay, so tool name is going to be the function, right? Get RAM usage. Okay, but that doesn't so I will need another helper function. Oh my goodness, this is really like showing a lot of my problems, I think. Yeah, this is actually very revealing. Run tool, then tool name here, and args. Okay. So now this needs another helper function. Def run kind of like my functions to be like run tool like this, and that means this one's going to be parse tool, and then looks like tool call. Okay. And this one is going to have what here? We are passing in the tool name and the arguments. So tool name args. Okay, and pass. Okay. And now this is going to return back the result. Okay. Run tool, and this one, I'm just going to copy it. It's easier. Okay, so now this one is going to be like result. Did I already call something result though? Response. Okay, so result is going to be equal to run tool like this. Append. So we're appending this to messages. Okay, interesting. So I'm adding another dictionary. And this one is role, right? Or this one, we have the role, but it is of tool. And I say content is equal to result. Should be a string, right? Okay. And now ask the LLM to continue. So okay. So now follow up and okay. I want to change this. I want it to be response, the same variable that I say here, is equal to, and then this. This. I want to go like that. Okay. So now I put the response there, and now I want to say I guess before I set here, I can say response is equal to like this, right? So it's nothing. And then I can say I can kind of wrap all of this here. So copy, I'm going to delete it later. Paste that into here, okay. Like this, right? And then I can delete it. Something like that. How to structure your tools. Okay. So now let's we're gonna kind of look up here. I can have a variable. Okay, I see what they're kind of doing. So I can have a variable called tools, which is going to be equal to a dictionary, and I'm gonna say I see. Okay. So get RAM usage is going, yeah. which is exactly what I told it to follow, like the format which I told it to follow, which was, where is it? Right here. This, okay. Here, okay, I need to remember that dictionaries are really helpful when I have a given thing that I want to map from one to the other. That's literally what a dictionary is. Okay, and what do we want this to be? Get RAM usage, right? Okay, kind of like that. Why do they not have the parentheses there? That is going to be a, so is it like a pointer to this? Question number 2. Why did you not have parentheses after the function? This means it is a pointer to the function, right? I just want to confirm my understanding, because obviously I had a misunderstanding right there, but I think it's a pointer. If so, how can I how can I call that function later with this format? Okay. So I have this, and then I can say run tool, and then I should be able to say like, so I have a dictionary, so I can go like, tools indexed at tool name, like this, right? And I think I can go like this. I think that's the correct way to do it. And then I can do return, right? Because this is going to return a string, which is this, which comes into here. Where did it go? Run tool result is a string. Okay. I think that might work. Parse tool. So how do I turn the string into JSON? Oh, right. I need to deal with args as well. Okay, like this. How do the args work in Python? Okay. Parse tool call. Let's do this. Try. Okay. Try accept. Okay. All right. So what are we gonna try? Data is equal to, okay, just JSON.load. So now we'll need to import JSON, right? Okay. Okay, so I do a standard function there. This. If tool in data, okay, return data indexed tool we'll need to look at this for a second. Data dot get arguments. Okay, what's going on? I need to look at this for a second. Data is JSON.loads content. Okay, so we're getting this in now. This should be JSON, right? So if tool, okay, there, in data. So if tool is one of the members, right, we return the content of data, and then we also return the arguments, which are here. Okay. So let's just try it. I don't know if it's exactly going to work, but okay. Python 3 example 3.py like this. Okay. Great. Awesome. Exactly what I was hoping. Personal product. Okay, so okay. Python 3 exam. Okay, I guess I need to go into the examples. Okay. Now I should be able to do it. Example 3.py. Okay. So it was upset about my new line character. Okay. Once this does its thinking, what if I just get rid of this for right now? Do the exact same. Huh? What is going on? Why would it be that? That doesn't make any sense. Python 3 3.py. Oh, I'm outside of my virtual environment. Okay, is it Python 3 source? I do not normally do Python development. I don't know. How to invoke a Python virtual environment. Okay. Python 3. I want Python 3 minus m. Oh, I've already done this. Windows. What am I on right now? This Mac. This is not Mac. This is Linux. Okay, so source activate. try this once more. Okay. I think we know this one. I think let's I'm just gonna refresh it. It's fine. No, I don't even need this anymore. I'm just gonna go and come here and copy this and say like this and just see what it has to say. Okay. Did I mess something up? Like what? I feel like it's the exact same thing. Whatever. Looks like tool is unimplemented. Yeah, okay. Looks like tool call. So we're doing this here though. Okay. Okay. Now how does it deal with messages here? Well, true. Okay. Messages dot append. But what if I want something which is thinking, so it's always going to need to keep going over and over and getting multiple tools? Because then it's going to come back up here and just get another, ask for more user input, which is not exactly what I want. If a tool call I'm just going to see if this works. Okay, so I will say like this. So user is equal to input here. User prompt. So I can copy this here. This will be the same that I did. Okay. So now I want to come here and messages append. Role. User, okay. Second one is content, which is what? User input. User input, okay. So now response is now going to be equal to that Ollama thing. So let me just grab that. This one, right? Here, okay. And then content is equal to that response, which we also did that wherever it is. Oh, it's right here. Okay. So now this one, I believe, was all of this, right? Message.append. Like this, okay. Okay. Then you print the follow-up. I did result. I guess I can just keep it. But this is going to be result, right? No. I need to ask it to do the model again. Okay, so print follow-up, fine. Kind of like this. Otherwise, print the content. Okay, kind of like that. And now this should be commented out. Let's see if this runs. Oops. Save it. Try to run it again. Hello, can you hear me? Oh, and we also forgot to print out the response. I wanted to hear the actual response. This one. Right, I wanted to see what it looked like. It did that like debugging thing. Awesome. Check rhythm. This. But your agent only has. Oh, it has check rhythm. Okay. It's too loose. But you did not tell the model what tools exist, that it must only use those tools. Okay. Not invent other ones. Okay. So now we need to be a little bit more explicit in what we do. I am actually going to save this right now. Added example 3.py, which shows how to let the LLM choose a tool to use. Okay. So git push origin main. All right. It's probably because I'm in the virtual environment. I don't know. But anyways, I committed it, so it should be okay. System content is all of this. Okay. That can request tools when needed. Available tools. All right. Okay. Available tools are get RAM usage, and now returns RAM usage information. Okay. Then I explicitly say the rules. Okay, rules. Number 1, you may only request tools from the tools list. 2, never invent new tools. Okay. 3, if you need RAM information, respond only with this. Okay. Do not answer the user. Okay. Then number 4, like this. Okay. Add a safety check to here. Okay. Looks like tool call. More robust. Okay, let's old, and then I'm gonna say down here, okay, def looks like tool call here with content, right? Tool name args is equal to parse tool call of content, right? Now I'm doing parse tool call from here, so it makes me think that I don't need to do it here. Okay. So now that means that my main needs to change as well. Okay. If tool name not in tools, okay, then we print that it did a bad one, and then we append messages. Okay, so I'm just gonna copy and paste this because it's fine. It's just like error debugging. Okay, and then messages dot append, and we want to append role as what? Assistant. Here. Okay. Error unknown tool. not working. Okay. I just want to get something working. Come on, please. Just do it. Okay. I don't know if it's gonna work. Yeah, eventually I want to add multiple tools. I want to have structured tool schemas. Yes, I want all of this in the future. Add error recovery, add conversation memory. Yes, that's another big thing that I want to do. Build full agent loop, like LangChain, but simpler. Exactly, yes. Like, all of those things is, yes, what I want to do. I can't switch to a bigger model because it is not going to work. Okay. So that's what it looks like. This is what the thing looks like here. So model is here, created at, let me actually make this a little bit bigger so we can see what it actually, oops, output. Okay. Created at this time, done is equal to true. Okay. Stop here, total load duration, message here, content, okay. Obviously that is not what we are hoping for. Yeah, right now I'm kind of tired. That's why I'm just putting it in there. Okay. So I said, can you hear me? Which I'm purposely trying to make it where it's not going to call the tool. The model is too small. So, okay. That's kind of the thing. Like, I need that Jetson to be able to work. Okay. But it did do this right here, which makes me think that it is working. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, and then the final one could be like, yeah. Here, let's change this. Yeah. What was it? Otherwise, answer normally. Or if no tool is needed, answer normally. No tool needed, answer normally, kind of like this. And we can quit out of here. And I think I saved this, right? Okay. Can you hear me? Okay. Okay, obviously. That was not what we were hoping. Alright, so it's probably doing something else. Alright, I'm gonna go. I am tired. I haven't eaten today. So yeah, I'm gonna go. Alright, anyways, we got this here. It's not really working, but we're gonna need to move forward on it in the future. So if you want to join me along on this journey, subscribe, and we're going to keep on developing this and keep moving forward and understanding these concepts. Then hopefully eventually I'll be able to get that Jetson up and running, and we'll be able to do some more complex models. So yeah, thank you for watching. My name is Timothy Lee Grant, and I'll see you guys in the next video.